New Zealanders being hungry for change.
Kia ora and welcome to Not the 6 o'clock news. It's the 18th of September, Thursday, 2 more sleeps. I'm Laila Harré, leader of the Internet Party and Internet Mana candidate. Today was awesome. I spoke at the biggest First Union stop work meeting at the Mount Smart Stadium. We'll soon cross over to that event. But at a media stand-up after the meeting, I got asked the silliest question yet of the campaign by TV1 reporter Katie Bradford. Would I resign as Internet Party leader if Kim.com had underpaid his staff? Let's be clear, I always stand with the workers. It's the National Party who want to reduce workers' rights. We have a great employment relations service, which I helped set up when I was a minister. I was also head of the National Distribution Union when we established a migrant workers service. But I am a student of dirty politics too. This employment relations issue has nothing to do with me or the Internet Party, and I don't think it was motivated by concern for workers. Is this the bombshell that Cameron Slater was promising to drop in the week before the election? Right, now back to the front line. Here are some highlights from my appearance at the First Union meeting today.
I can't wait till Saturday. Only 2 more sleeps. And I know that we will be saying ka kite anō to John Key, to Paula Bennett, to Rick Collins, to the whole dishonest, lying lot of them, and it is long past their due-by date, and you know that, and the workers of this country know that it's time for a change.
Hallelujah.
In the last election, hallelujah! Internet Mana's #1 priority in our first negotiations with David Cunliffe, who I can assure you on Sunday will be picking up the phone to Laila Harré and Hone Harawira. Because he can count and he knows that he is going to need our support to be Prime Minister, and we will give him our support if he promises to feed the kids in our low-income schools. We will introduce free breakfast and free lunch for every child in half the schools in this country that are in the first 4 deciles, because you cannot learn on an empty stomach. And on Sunday I'll be saying to David Cunliffe as well that I want the kids in our low-income schools to have the tools that they need at school to become leaders in the digital age. I want to see a massive improvement in the technology available to our kids. I want to halve the price that you are paying for broadband at home and for using your cell phones online, because this is the future. And I make a promise that a first priority that I'll be negotiating for with David Cunliffe is free tertiary education, because your children should not have to borrow to live and be lumbered with a student loan that means they pay higher taxes than New Zealander. Finally, I want to say this. Tomorrow it is Women's Suffrage Day. Tomorrow we will celebrate 121 years since our grandmothers, our great-great-grandmothers won the right to vote. My great-grandmother, Emily Frances Harré, was one of the 3rd of New Zealand women who signed the women's suffrage petition in 1892. And it was because of Emily Harré and because of those women that the women in this room and the women in this country can vote now, and we must honour their memories by voting. But I want to have a message also to the blokes in this room, because actually the statistics tell us that women are actually really good at voting, that women go along to vote, that they understand the importance of the vote, and that they always vote for what's in the best interests of their families and their communities. But men, brothers, mates, uncles, fathers, sons. Now that's just showing which gender you are, Robert Reed. You are the biggest group in the missing million. You were the least likely to vote in the last election. So from here, I am giving every woman in this room nagging rights for the next 2 days. And like me, every woman here has to make a pledge that we are going to nag our fathers, our husbands, our boyfriends, our lovers, our brothers, our sons, and we are going to drag them to a polling booth before Saturday. And if you want me back in Parliament, if you want this voice standing up for the workers of the country, then you will give Internet Mana your party vote. If you are in the Te Tai Tokerau electorate, you will re-elect Hone Harawira for the 4th time as the Mana MP for Te Tai Tokerau. We are on a roll to change the government. You are part of history. Stand up and fight for it.
What a great experience. Tō toko, First Union. That's it from me today. Tomorrow is Women's Suffrage Day and I will be voting in memory of my great-grandmother, Emily Frances Harré, who signed the 1892 petition along with a third of New Zealand women. Ka kite anō, good night and stay informed, Aotearoa.